always reminding me to do that.
It's funny because when I say it, I start doing it too. I remind myself. It's funny.
Come on.
Good evening, everyone. It is now 5 p.m. and welcome to the Eastpointe City Council special meeting on Monday, March 29th. Can we do roll call, please?
Hello, Councilmember Curley,
Present Eastpointe.
Councilmember DeMonico,
Present Eastpointe.
Councilmember Lucido,
Here, Eastpointe.
Councilmember Moore,
Eastpointe here.
Mayor Owens.
Here, Eastpointe. Good evening, Ms. Walton. With the noise that's in the background, whoever that is, can you please put your background in silent, or Ms. Walton will have to ask you to actually go to another part of the meeting. Okay, we're here at the hearing of the public. This is where people from the city of Eastpointe who are residents or who are guests have their time to speak for 3 minutes. We ask you to be respectful because we don't know what ages are listening. And we just ask you to be respectful because that's the right thing to do. So we're now opening the hearing of the public. Ms. Walton.
Yes, I'm not seeing anything in the chat. And at this time, I don't see any hands raised either.
Okay. Okay, well, the hearing of the public is now closed. We're gonna go right into new business. Is A, the approval to accept offer to purchase for 21738 Nevada in Eastpointe, Michigan. Any conversation on this, council?
Madam Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman DeMonico can go first. That's fine.
Councilman DeMonico.
Sure, Mayor. I was just going to ask the same question I did last time, if we had the breakdown for costs, and then also if we had an update on the skilled trades training program that was part of this agreement.
Thank you. Ms. Holman, do you have that information?
Good evening.
Here.
Sorry, ma'am. No, at this point, we do not yet have a breakdown of the costs. And as for the training program, it is my understanding that one individual from the city of Eastpointe was hired with everything going on with COVID. So we do have that, but we do not have the breakdown of the expenses at this point.
Okay. Councilman DeMonico, any other questions?
That's
Councilwoman
all.
Lucido.
No, I was just going to make the motion to table this until we had that information and until we get more information from our legal counsel, then we can put it back on the agenda.
Sounds good.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, sir.
before you get a second on the motion, and there's no discussion on the motion, as I've mentioned many times, I know there's a lot to talk about, a lot of very serious things to talk about, and some things that I'm incredibly upset about. And in my perspective, the only true innocent person here tonight is a person who chose to come to Eastpointe to live, a person who may have looked at many homes and was very upset because they couldn't find something, and they did finally. And they made an offer at a home that is going to be occupied, and that is going to be, I'm sure, a wonderful citizen for our great city. So I would respectfully ask that I'll vote for tabling. I really will, but I guess I'm asking to approve at least the sale of the house to the person that wants to buy it, and everything else, table it until we get the information we need. I want to table and get out of here because you don't understand how upset I am about this, and without a lack of any information. But maybe you don't agree with me and maybe that person has to wait, but they waited a long time to buy a house and they chose Eastpointe. That's it, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Ms.
Madam
Lucido,
Mayor,
Councilwoman.
If I may, really quick. So, I mean, I think the offer, you know, I mean, I agree. I'd hate to lose the buyer, but I think at this time that it would just be, you know, best to table it without accepting. I don't want, because we don't know how long it's going to take. I would hate, I'm not going to say that if this offer came back to us in the future that it would be the same issue, but for how long it's going to take, I would just hate to tie up this buyer to this purchase by accepting the offer tonight. That's just my opinion. So they have the option if they don't want to wait to look elsewhere.
Councilwoman Moore.
Madam Mayor, I would like to piggyback on what Councilman said, Councilman Curley. I would like to allow the buyer to purchase the property while we are doing, getting the paperwork and all the investigations that we need to. I know at this time, houses are hard to come by. The housing market is booming everywhere and homes are selling really, really fast and people are losing the opportunity to purchase the home of their choice. I would not hold up a buyer from purchasing a home in Eastpointe. So I would approve the buyer to be able to purchase this home in Eastpointe without holding that up.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Mayor,
Councilman Curley, yes, sir.
just to add to this, and I'm going to try to get as specific as I can. And Richard,
Yes.
stop me if I go too far.
Okay.
I want to know the real costs of and writing what was purchased to remodel the house. I want to know that. I want to know what the split's going to be, the profit that we make. I want to know right now what the profit is now. We don't know that because we don't know all the costs. I want to know all of those things. I want to take a look at the contract. I haven't seen the contract. I don't know what specifically the contract says, but in my opinion, it probably does not say enough that we should be talking about. And I'm teetering now here, Richard. But guys, yeah, Sarah, they could decide to wait if they want to wait, but that's not the point. I'm just wondering why we can't split this up. Have a motion to sell the house to her, but then table the rest of the discussion. And even if we have to go into a closed session to talk about what we're lacking as far as proof of how much it costs to buy all the material, we don't know that. And if there's anything lacking in the contract, and there is, but I don't think I can say any more. But there are things lacking in the contract that we need to take a look at.
Madam Mayor, if I could.
Councilwoman, I seen Councilwoman Lucido, then I'll go to you.
Thanks.
No, that's fine. I was just gonna request to hear Rich's opinion anyways.
Okay. Mr.
What?
Right?
What are you going to say, Sarah? Sarah was going to say something. Go ahead.
No, I already called her. So
Okay.
how Sturgis goes, the mayor
All right.
requests the person who speaks. Now, Mr. Albright, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. What the council could do under the circumstances, because they are certainly sympathetic to this potential buyer's situation and wanting to make sure that the property ends up with this individual, and through no fault of that individual's own, the city just needs additional information as far as the costs are concerned. And so the council could pass a motion just giving this buyer a right of first refusal if they, once the city is satisfied that all of the numbers line up and the city is satisfied, the council is satisfied that they have the information necessary to agree to the sale of the property. It would then go to this individual. But if for some reason this individual decides that they have found something else, they are not bound to it, and then they could look elsewhere in the city for a different piece of property. But essentially, it would be giving this buyer the right of first refusal. once the council was satisfied, as Councilmember Curley indicated, that all of the numbers line up and the council has all the information it needs to make an informed decision.
Now,
So,
Mr.
I
Albright, thank
think-
you for that information. Now, we do have a special meeting tomorrow that you wanted us to add as well, correct?
Madam Mayor, I'm requesting either for tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest, that another special meeting be conducted by the city council for purposes of considering declaring a state of limited emergency.
Okay, because I'm thinking if council is saying that they agree to this sale, but want additional tools to help with their decision-making, and we're having a meeting tomorrow, why can't we have both of those at the meeting tomorrow and Ms. Holman send us that information today?
It's certainly possible, Madam Mayor, and I'll let Ms. Holman jump in, but I do not know as if those numbers and some other issues that are also related to a particular contract will be received and resolved within 24 to 48 hours, Madam Mayor.
Okay, Ms. Holman.
Yes, ma'am. And also I see Ms. Doom has her hand raised. She's been raising her hand to make a point. I don't know that we'll have those details. I'll defer to Ms. Doom. I do have a question though, if Ms. Doom doesn't raise it first.
Okay, Ms. Doom, good evening. Can't hear you, Ms. Doom.
She's muted.
Can't hear you, Ms. Doom. You're muted still.
Madam Mayor, may I, while she's fixing her sound system?
Yes.
It's been mentioned a couple of times about meeting tomorrow. We didn't take a survey. I cannot meet tomorrow. I can meet Wednesday or Thursday, but not tomorrow or not Friday, Good Friday either, but
Okay.
I'm not available tomorrow.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
we're reading from Ms. Doom also. Yeah, I'm unavailable also tomorrow. I am available all day on Wednesday and Thursday. But Mr. Albright,
Yep.
is there any way that maybe we could get some attorney-client privilege closed session on that meeting?
The special meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, Madam Mayor.
Yes, yes.
I-
Maybe we'll go to Ms. Doom after you, because she's been waiting.
Oh, Miss, is she, where's she at?
Ms.
She-
Doom.
Oh, should I see her now?
Can we hear you now?
Doom.
I'm sitting at Mariah's desk.
Okay,
What I'd like to bring to your attention is that the purchase offer is higher than what it was listed for. And I'm not an attorney, but after working in real estate for as long as I did as an appraiser, it's my understanding that if a person offers you the asking price or higher and you deny it, then they have a right to sue us. And I know Rich is not a real estate attorney any more than I am, and I will defer to him, but this has happened in the past. And that's how many of the housing discrimination suits have come by, because in the past, people would offer to purchase a house, good faith offer, were denied, and that's how you kept the neighborhoods divided back in the day. Those laws came into effect to prevent that, and I would hate to see us in a position that puts us in a real bad light that we had a good faith offer that was not accepted for reasons out of control of the potential buyer. This is an issue that council has with this firm that is doing the renovation, and certainly not the fault of what we call an arm's length transaction, or a willing buyer and a willing seller. So I just want to bring that up, and I will let I'll defer that to Richard.
okay,
Okay,
Mr. Albright.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. That's why I was suggesting that that a right of first refusal be given under the circumstances while the city administration resolves these issues that do not involve this purchaser in any way. So that way, while those issues are being sorted out, that if the purchaser wishes to be released from this, he or she could do so. And so that's why I was recommending that simply that they be given a right of first refusal while these issues are sorted out.
Okay.
Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir. 1 second. I thought when someone offers a purchase on a house, it's still up to the city to confirm or deny. We still have, what I thought was, if they said we offer you 130,000 and we accepted it, and later on we denied it, then we can be sued. We haven't accepted anything. So I don't think that we'll be in a lawsuit for something that someone offered to give us some money, and we still have the right to either say we want to do it or not,
Yeah, that,
right?
that is why, if there was an offer and an acceptance, and the seller decided for whatever reason that he or she, or if it's an entity, decided not to sell the property, the buyer could sue the seller for what's called specific performance, and
Correct.
obtain a court order requiring the buyer to sell the property to the buyer. What I'm simply saying is, because we have this dispute that's going on, and it's may take a little bit of time. The city isn't saying that they don't want to sell the property to this individual. They do, and they've the council's been on the record indicating that there's a willingness to do that. It's just that there are some issues that need to be sorted out, again, through no fault of the buyer in this case, that may just take a little bit of time to sort out. And that's why I was recommending just giving them a right of first refusal under the circumstances. So if for whatever reason they decide that they don't want to wait, or if they decide to wait and then later decide to not wait any longer, then they would have then the ability to get out of this contractual relationship and then look elsewhere.
Okay, I like the
Madam
right
Mayor?
to refuse it. Yes, sir, Councilman.
Thank you. And forgive me for taking up so much time, Madam Mayor. We have a city attorney whose opinion and whose advice is very strong, and we should very consider that. And when he says that we could do with the right of refusal, which basically means, bottom line, to us lay people or me, it means that when we get all of our stuff together, that the house is going to be yours for $130,000. We are not going to sell it to somebody else. We are not going to not accept your offer. But there's some stuff that we really need to straighten out. So, like Richard said, we don't know when that would happen, but I would ask the administration to make this 100% priority to get the things done, so we can get this settled. And by the way, I was told that there was attempted break-in already in this new house. So time is at the essence, unless we figure out another way that people know this is empty and know it's just been remodeled and there's some nice stuff in there. So I don't know what that answer is. I'll leave that up to the administration and the police to figure that out. But Sarah, I would support your tabling motion if it had all that other stuff in there.
I didn't really, thank you, Mr. Hurley. I didn't really officially make the motion. I was just saying I was ready to. So when everyone's ready, I will make a motion.
Yes, I think we're ready.
Okay, I will motion to table the approval to accept the purchase for 21738 Nevada, giving the purchaser right to first refusal when it comes back onto the agenda.
Support.
Motion.
Okay, I'll support that. Good,
It was
good
already
job.
supported.
Thank you,
Councilman.
Sarah.
It was supported by Councilman DeMonico. I don't know if Councilman Curley can hear us, but it was already supported by Councilman DeMonico. You didn't hear him say it. So we're gonna call the roll with.
It was, Cardi, you supported it?
Yes.
Good. No, that's fine. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I didn't hear him. You're right. I didn't.
Okay, that's okay. We just want to keep it moving.
That's
Okay, we have
fine.
a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Lucido,
Yes.
Councilmember DeMonico,
Yes.
Councilmember Curley,
Yes.
Councilmember Moore,
No.
Mayor Owens,
Yes. Okay, going forward to mayor and council reports. Let's start with Councilwoman Moore.
I have nothing to say today, Madam Mayor. Thank you. Does everybody enjoy the sunshine?
Councilman DeMonico.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Did we did we want to come up with a date for that next special meeting now, or were we, I don't know if we wanted to do that before we left now, or were we scheduling that later?
Let's do it now.
I can do it when I can do Wednesday. What's a good time for it? Thank you, Councilman, for bringing that up.
Sure.
Again, what's a good time for everybody Wednesday?
I'm available all day.
I'm available all day.
We just do the same time, or?
5 o'clock, I'm not available on Wednesday. It's either have to be 6 o'clock or later.
Okay. I can probably do 6 o'clock Wednesday.
Well, I think we were going to do something sometime earlier than that. I have a Bible study that I really don't like to miss at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and I have a feeling that this study session is going to be more. It's going to be more than an hour. Is there any way we can make it earlier than 6
Miss-
o'clock?
Mr. Curley, I don't think it's going to be more than an hour.
Yeah, I'll write here. Let me write that down.
No, it's not the study session, though.
No, it's just Mr. Albright's bringing a resolution to us.
So that's not the time for me to vent? Oh, it'll still be.
No, yeah, it's not the time for you to vent. No, it's not the time for you to vent.
For the state of emergency.
And
For the state of emergency, okay.
Mr. Albright, we got so many people talking today. Mr. Albright,
Yes,
I sent you an email speaking about we couldn't do that declaration tonight. Why everybody's on here and why not?
oh, Madam Mayor, I haven't seen that email. I have not drafted the proposed resolution yet. This is just some new information that I received this afternoon, and once I received that information, that's when I sent out that email to the council. So I will work on that proposed resolution this evening and have that ready to be circulated to the council. And then that resolution can certainly be revised at the next special meeting before it passes.
Okay.
And then also, Madam Mayor, I know that one of the council members made mention of possibly going into closed session at that special meeting.
Okay.
If the council prefers, the council we can just schedule a closed session for next Tuesday's regularly scheduled council meeting and go into closed session at that time.
Yeah, I'd rather do it that time. I don't want to keep prolonging special meetings because like I have something to do today and I have something to do the next couple of days. So these special meetings are coming in between my personal career and also my children's career. I mean, what they're trying to do. Hopefully they have a career later on. But what I'm saying is these special meetings can be a lot and it's, continuously ongoing. And so I want to try to do something where some of these things are limited moving forward. And I was trying to put all of that, tonight. If you had something proposed and written up, that would have been nice if you had something tonight. And since we have to go back and fix it anyway, we could have did that at another meeting. Because you're putting a proposal together for us to vote on it. And then you said we can go to another meeting and adjust it if we needed to.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, I apologize. I just found out this information late this afternoon. I had a couple of other matters as well. And I did not know whether the council wished to go into or schedule another special meeting during this week, but it is certainly something I can work on tonight and have ready for council's consideration this evening.
Okay, so yeah, I want to look into special meetings and letting some of these tasks go into the city manager, because some of us do have full-time jobs and some of us do have children that need us during this time. And we have to look at that as a priority as well. So it sounds like no one can do Wednesday. So
No, I can do Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Oh, you can't do Wednesday at 6 o'clock? Okay.
I think everyone's available. And Mr. Curley, would you be able to do Wednesday at 6 o'clock if we're done before 7?
Yes.
Okay, I think that'll work.
Okay, sounds good. Wednesday at 6 o'clock for another special meeting.
I'll choose very carefully what I'm going to talk about, so we'll end at 7 o'clock.
Okay. So we're meeting, that special meeting will be Wednesday at 6 p.m. And we're gonna declare the limited state of emergency for ongoing Zoom meetings for council. Is that correct, Mr. Albright?
Yes, Madam Mayor.
Okay, sounds good. And you have all that ready for us probably by tomorrow to just overlook.
It'll be ready this evening.
Okay, that's even better. Okay, Councilman DeMonico was speaking. We are mayor and council reports right now. So Councilman DeMonico.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I guess the only other thing was, I think even if Mr. Albright had time this afternoon, we can only look at items that are on the agenda for the special meeting. We wouldn't be able to consider another item. So that's why we'd have to do it at another special meeting also.
Thank you.
And that's all I had.
Councilman Curley, it's your turn now.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just one last thing on the our proposed new citizen for our beautiful city. I would hope that someone in administration would contact them, not by a letter, but as quickly as you can, and ease their mind that, hey, look, your offer is good, but we're going to give you the first refusal. And that's just such a crazy thing to say. First acceptance, I would guess you would say. First receive. Anyway, let them know so they don't go crazy that they think they lost the house. So let's let them know, whoever is going to do that, tomorrow if you can. That would be wonderful. And that's it, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Lucido.
Madam Mayor, I don't have anything this evening, but thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I don't have anything this evening either. Can I get a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Curley,
Yes.
Councilmember Lucido,
Yes.
Councilmember Moore,
Yes.
Mayor Owens,
Yes,
Councilmember DeMonico.
Yes.
meeting adjourned. You guys have a good night.
You have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone who attended.